Good morning. Been getting up at about 5 a.m. recently. Honestly, it's been helping a lot, and just like focusing on like nutrition and just training and stuff like that. Just getting a lot of things done in the morning. And Gohan has been loving it because he gets extra walks. Don't you? Yes, you do. But yeah, I thought today I would show you guys a full day of eating and training. My training has been changed up just as of last week, and I can still feel my hamstrings from Friday's workout. It's currently Monday, so it's definitely been a long recovery time, and it usually is when you switch routines. But I want to show you guys what I'm working on now and what my nutrition and stuff looks like. Because it's pretty dialed in right now, which is fantastic.
I usually start my mornings off, believe it or not, I know every YouTuber says this, but I start my day off by checking out my emails. Just right now, I'm working towards trying to get a sponsorship for the channel. I won't even lie, I'm trying to get one. That way I can actually provide you guys with some cool stuff, and it just gives you guys more value. And recently, I've actually been using this app called ClickUp. Essentially, it's like an organization app. I just use the free version. I haven't decided to pay for it yet, but essentially, it just allows you to kind of organize everything. Like you can start by like using it to even describe what kind of channel you want. Then it's like actually breaking down like the videos that are being prepared, ready to record, editing. And it's honestly like super helpful when it comes to just organizing everything and keeping track of things, and it tells you when things are overdue, which has really helped me because I have it on my whiteboard, which is right next to me, but if I just choose to not look at my whiteboard, I'm not going to do it. But this thing will literally send you an email and it says overdue. Waking up to that, it's like, yeah, I didn't do that. And I got the whole outline from Nate Black. I'll leave his YouTube in the description of this video. Super helpful, and he breaks down all of his stuff. Like his whole template is on there. But yeah, answer some emails, drink some coffee, then honestly play some video games. I like to start the mornings off a little bit de-stressful as much as possible. I don't even know if de-stressful is a word. On days like this where I'm not working, I usually will go to the gym much earlier than normal. So it's 5:35 right now. I will probably go to the gym at 7, maybe 7:30. Recently have a video that's doing exceptionally well, and I made it a goal that if the video hit a certain number, I would actually go ahead and buy some stuff for the channel. And it just reached it this morning, which is fantastic because I only had 2 days left for it to reach its threshold in order for it to approve what I was setting for the goals. And it hit it 2 days early, which is amazing. But essentially that means I'm going to be getting some new camera gear. I've been wanting the camera for a long time. I've had this camera since I started this channel back in 2018, so it's a little bit old. And I want to get like new lens as well as a second microphone for doing like collaboration videos, because there's some videos in the work which will be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, new camera, new lens, and a new microphone. Technically it's the same microphone that we currently have. It's still this Rode video mic, but having a second one, being able to hook it up to 2 channels on there will make it a lot nicer. And just, it's better than moving the microphone every single time. Freaking excited that hit that goal. I've been wanting that for a while.
When it comes to my actual workout routine, it's still pretty much the same. We're still doing reverse pyramid training, where you do like the heaviest set first and then drop down by 10% each time. What has changed though is going from just one muscle group to 2 muscle groups. So I really like destroy one muscle group, and then I move on to another completely different muscle group that doesn't have anything to do with it. And honestly, this has been helping dramatically. The first week, which was last week, I just recovered from my chest, tricep, and bicep day yesterday, and it was like 6 days. That's a long time to recover, which means that I really just tackled it hard and really intensely trained, which is good. That's what we're going for. We're going for 4. 4 to 5. Let's see. We'll stop there. Alright, moving on to just 2 sets of incline bench. I only do 2 just because following up like 5 sets after doing flat bench, it's a lot. So I only do 2 sets here just to hit the upper chest a little bit, because we still have another chest exercise after this. That was very grindy, but we'll count it. A 2 rep pre-R, okay? We'll take it. This next movement is to failure. It's 3 sets of just machine chest press. The reason I do to failure is because this is like the last chest movement. So I just really want to just overflow the amount of just blood going to the chest. I find this really helps my triceps, this movement specifically. So I really need to try to activate my chest a little bit more. I still track what my failure sets are, or my reps are, but I don't ever try to beat it or anything like that. I just try to fatigue the muscle as much as I can. I'm gonna stop it there, actually. I'm happy with that. So that was the one less than last week, actually. Whew. That's rough. It is what it is sometimes. All right, last set. I got tap up there. I think the worst part is just waiting for your muscles to recover to move on to the next set. It's like, what do you do? flexed my bicep and it actually hurt. I've only done 2 sets. Let's go again. So next we move on to the seated bicep curl. I like this movement for a couple reasons. Number one, I find I get a really good pump from it. Number two, I can really work on just like the range of motion by like really going slow on the downward motion and really fast on the upward motion and then squeezing at the top. It gets a lot of blood flow to the biceps, and I find it just really good on this one opposed to the easy curl bar. I like this one better, I will say. So this one's probably gonna be a new staple in my routine. I love these. Scare the shit out of me. So sore. Time for the last exercise. We're just doing the dumbbell hammer curls. I used to do the rope hammer curls, but I didn't really find that my other part of the bicep, I don't know what it's called, but I didn't feel like that was really getting targeted that much. It felt more like my forearms, but I find the dumbbell to be a lot better. I'm still deciding if I want to do single arm or 2 arms at the same time. I'm gonna try single arm, see how that goes. Alright, that's the end of the workout. Now we're just gonna do some cardio, do some walking. I'm probably gonna get most of my walking done because I don't really want to do anything for the rest of the day. I'll probably do about 45 minutes to an hour. We'll see how it goes. I might only do like 20 minutes on the treadmill and then the rest outside because it's really nice. And this is my typical breakfast. So right now it is 10:30, 10:29 to be exact. This is pretty much what I have for breakfast. Pretty much, because I gotta add on the maple syrup. This one, I'm trying this one out. It's the PC brand. We'll see if it's any good. It's the same macros and everything, so I'm not too worried about it. I don't like where that lid is. It's definitely thinner, because I usually have to squeeze the bottle for it to come out. So you surprisingly get quite a lot of maple syrup for 1 serving. Like you would think, oh, it's just that. No, 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 it's 3. Yes, I have to use this or else I would overload it with maple syrup. I think a lot of people think they need to eat like healthy foods when they are trying to lose weight, but chocolate chip pancakes every single day makes things a lot easier. Like, if you love sweet things and you don't really want to sacrifice your junk food, definitely go this route. It's funny, I've eaten this exact same breakfast for 6 weeks now and haven't once been like, oh, I gotta have this again today. It's been, I get to have this today. For my pancake mix, I just grabbed the Flourish pancake mix. It's this bag here, looks just like that. It's really solid, 23 grams protein per serving. So if you wanted to just do 2 instead of the oatmeal, you can still be at 50 grams protein, no problem. So pretty solid mix. Doesn't feel like dry. It's buttermilk version of the pancake, so it's probably a little bit worse than normal like Kodiak ones. I find these ones are way better than Kodiak. It's like the perfect balance of something that is high in protein, healthier, but still like kind of sweet. So this one I usually put a lot of milk into it, way more than what it needs. But after eating that, a lot of it just gets absorbed from the oats. But when you mix it all with chocolate, it just gets all chocolatey. And you just, like, that's way too good. All done as well. And that's gonna keep me full for a while. So I'll probably pick the camera up in a few hours, to be honest with you. It's 10:35, so I'm assuming 12:30, 1 o'clock, around there, maybe a little bit later. But I'm gonna go shower, do some editing, and just kind of chill for a little bit. It is currently, it's only 12:20, but I am going to have my second little, I guess it's a meal. I normally have some sort of protein shake at this point. Normally it's the Alani new, right now I have like the chocolate pretzel one, the new one that's out. Honestly, it was just on really high of a sale, and it was only like $1 per protein shake, so I was like, I can't say no to it. And it actually tastes pretty good. So we're just gonna, for today though, we're gonna have the Diesel chocolate truffle, just with some creatine. Grab some milk. We'll use that one. Why not? I usually put about 8 ounces in for this one, so 8 ounces is roughly there. That should be good. Just 1 scoop of creatine. Honestly, I think creatine is something that everyone should have. It's one of those, it's one of like the most studied supplements ever, if I'm not mistaken. Doesn't have any flavor to it, especially if you get this one. You can also get creatine gummies, which I tried last week or the week before, something like that. And it was honestly amazing. It was a blue raspberry one. It was so good. I think it was a brand called Limitless. I know they're very expensive though. They're like $45 for like a 30-day supply, which is outrageous. This was like $70 for like, I've had it for at least 7 months now. You really only have to buy like 2 a year kind of thing. What I would recommend is getting the gummies for like the weekends or days that you're not working out, days that you don't remember to have this. They're great for traveling with, because like bringing this everywhere, it's a little inconvenient, but the gummies, like toss them in a little Ziploc bag, done. All right, I obviously know what this tastes like because I have it frequently, but essentially it's like a very sweet chocolate. Tastes fantastic if you love chocolate. Moving on to, I guess, lunch. This is what I normally end up having. Let's do that a little bit. So this is chicken, so it's the Real Good Foods company, it's from Costco, but it's chicken and pepper jack cheese burritos. Honestly, it tastes like if Taco Bell made a healthier version of a burrito. So if you like Taco Bell, highly recommend this stuff. It's 37 grams of protein per wrap, which is really solid. 450 calories, 28 grams of fat, so that's a little bit high. But the rest of my diet doesn't have a lot of fat, so I don't really care. And then only 33 grams of carbs. So pretty solid. 20 grams of it is fiber, which is pretty solid. And it only takes 1 minute and 10 seconds to make.
the wrap is done. So something I'd like to do with meals that are a little bit smaller in volume, I usually like to chug like a full glass of water before the meal. This just helps with getting more water in the day because I definitely do not get enough. So cheers to not enough water. And you fill it up again. And then you have this with the meal. Makes sense to me, right? If you haven't tried these things, I highly, highly recommend them. Like it's all like, it's like cheese, chicken, goodness. I don't really know what else is in this. Like, I wish I had a little bit more chicken in it, but like it's kind of like one of their like cheese burrito things that they have. So good. I'm gonna finish this. And yeah, I've already been out for a lot of walking. We have 9,000 steps so far. We've been averaging like between 12 and 14,000 steps a day lately. Trying to get moving as much as I can. And meal prep is done for the week. We just did something super simple. We did 4 servings of this like taco pasta. As you can see, there's no green in it. There probably should be. If you wanted to make it look more appealing, definitely add some sort of like green pepper would be fantastic. But I just went for like the simplest options, like canned corn and red peppers. Like anything that I can make it simpler, I did. And then I added in some tomato paste just to give it some like extra juiciness. Can't really think of another word for it right now. But essentially this is dinner. This is dinner for the week. 3 meals left because today is Monday, which is pretty solid. We got like more than enough macros in them. Toss those in here. And that's all I do for like my meal prep. It's really all I do. It just makes dinners and such a lot easier because this is roughly 600 calories. Like if we take this box has 300 calories per a fifth of the pack. So times another 50, something like that. 55, 60, 60. So another 60 calories, so 360 calories of pasta, then the actual ground beef. I do 800 grams divided by 4, so 200 grams of ground beef, and then the vegetables, or the lack thereof, and then just the tomato paste, which is like 40 calories. So super low. It's definitely right around that like 600 range. Perfect for like a final meal. It's gonna keep you full because it's got that pasta starchiness into it. So I'm gonna let this cool down. I'm actually just gonna do the dishes while I wait, and then I'm gonna eat food. And right now it's only 4:50. It's actually super early for me having food, but I plan to go over to my friend's house and just play some cards. So I wanna have this now and then just kind of chug some water for the rest of the day. And I always leave room for about 150 calories worth of something, but we'll see what that is tonight. I also forgot that I always have a protein bar in my days. I was wondering why like it felt like I didn't have as much food as normal, and that's because I didn't. So I have a pure protein bar every single day. So another 200 calories, gonna have this. It's 5:48, so gonna have this, and then probably in like 3 hours, like just before bed, I'm gonna have something just to kind of tide me over, and then head off to bed at like 9. Alrighty, it is the end of the night. It is 9:40, up 40 minutes longer than I would like to be, but playing cards ran a little bit late. So this is the end of the night. This is what I like to call, a super fancy name, find whatever you can for 150 calories and consume it. I don't leave myself with much, but I want something like just a little bit before bed. I see we got some bananas here, so I could do those. Technically, I could probably squeeze a protein bar in with the amount of walking I did today, but I'm not gonna do that. So we'll leave that. What else we got over here? Ooh, cookies. This is the unhealthy cupboard. Don't really want any of that though. Secret. Is there enough for this Kit Kat? 230, nope. 2 bananas are essentially 160 calories roughly. So, just gonna consume these 2, and that'll be it. Pretty solid. These are actually really small bananas. This is literally what I do every day, 4 days a week. Makes it super simple. But that is the entire full day of eating. So we're at about 2250, right around there. Currently I'm about 180 pounds. So that is a decent deficit for me. And with the amount of walking, which is 12,867 steps today, pretty solid, pretty happy with that. Again, I'm ranging like 12 to 1400 right now, which is pretty good. Granted, I didn't have it on for the first walk of the day, so maybe there's like 500 steps difference, not a whole lot, but this is how easy it is to just lean down. You know, choose meals that you like, eat them 4 days a week, maybe 5, and just stay consistent with that. That's all it takes. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you liked it, leave the video a thumbs up. If you guys want to see some recipes and stuff, I will definitely make like a very cheap meal plan like video for you guys, so you guys can literally just take what I am having and eat the same thing, because it honestly does taste really good. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you soon.